Kasumi, never make that noise again. You're really putting me off. Fucking... Speaking of putting me off, I made the mistake of going back to Love Live Confess on Instagram, and then I found something that also pissed me off. Big surprise, I know. Look, I get putting a content warning and all, but if you have to warn people about swearing, they're probably not mature enough to handle the internet. But I'm not going to be talking about the use of naughty words. I'm going to be talking about this confessor on the account who brings up a valid point, I would say, about the fandom, and the reaction that follows is just abhorrent. I need to know what happened to this fandom. If you don't like a trans headcanon, you're automatically transphobic? Well, according to Tumblrinas, yeah. If you don't like a certain character, you get shat on. No one respects your opinion. Like, seriously, what the fuck happened? At this point, I don't even want to state I don't like insert certain character because this fandom has become so toxic. Not a problem, my guy. I'll take one for the team and start pissing people off for you. As much as I love the characters in this series, Nico Yasuo was a bratty half-pint that never grew up and is a chore to deal with. Kanan Matsuda has less personality than the Driftwood. Anime Ayumu Uehara is a jealous bitch that didn't learn a goddamn thing. Ellie is a spiteful bureaucrat, and Umi Sonoda is all work and no play and is just a fun killer at the fullest. If you like any of these characters, I am genuinely happy that you can, but I will never see in them what you do. If someone doesn't headcanon a character as trans, here come all the comments spamming, but they are trans. But if someone were to spam, they're not trans, a fucking war starts and that person is transphobic. It's almost getting as bad as the My Hero Academia fandom. It's worse. I don't ship Chika-Yo, so that means I'm homophobic. This fandom is just tearing itself apart and I'm tired of it. I want to stay, but I might just leave this shitty fandom because I'm getting tired of this. Same here. What happened to the fun you can have when discussing possible ships or headcanons? Now you have to agree or there's a problem. Well, a lot of these vocal fans are either very young, very stupid, or both. I know those aren't the only three extremes, but I mean, it seems to be pretty common, at least on Insta. I know that's not the general rule, but... And if you think I'm being too harsh, look through some of the comments on some of these posts on the account and tell me if their responses are sound or rational. Whatever happened to everyone's entitled to their own opinion? There's literally no fun in this fandom anymore. Everyone in the comments are so toxic as well. Just watch people hate me for not shipping Chika-Yo. Just watch how many people will argue because they don't like a certain character. Like, seriously, have you seen the comments on your other posts? It's a fucking battlefield because somebody doesn't like Nico. Like, what the fuck? Why can't we just enjoy the damn show and the music? As I say, with literally any fandom in existence, there's always going to be bad eggs. And I've touched upon some of these people that comment on Love Live Confess and Love Live Confessions before. Shameless plug is shameless. However, on this post in particular, it reached a new peak of utter stupidity and toxicity, at least in my opinion. Don't believe me? Let's look at the comments. But why do you feel you need to comment negative things on trans headcanons instead of just ignoring? I never stated I comment negative things on trans headcanons. I'm pissed from the reaction I get if I disagree. I could be having a conversation about it and then I'm considered transphobic. Literally, look at the comments. Yeah, bro, there's no reason to disagree with someone's headcanon. Can you just leave them alone? Or you can put your big girl panties on and not be such a whiny bitch about it. People have their own perceptions of certain characters, you know. If someone comes on my post and disagrees and all I do is state why I disagree, why is that my problem exactly? It's someone's headcanon. How can you disagree? By having a different headcanon. Or just following what happens in universe?
I'm just saying that you can't disagree with someone's headcanon, and if someone disagrees with yours, then they are in the wrong.
The thought of you having children in the future actually sickens me. Hey CF, I really hate to break it to you, but it sounds like you might have a little bit of your own homophobia, transphobia there. Otherwise, you wouldn't get so bent out of shape over headcanons, especially since I don't think I've ever seen someone in this fandom call someone else transphobic for simply saying they don't headcanon a character as trans. One, you didn't read what he actually wrote, and two, it happens all the time on this account. Look at the past posts, idiot. It sounds like you're just trying way too hard to justify yourself disagreeing with this stuff, that you're throwing everyone else under the bus while completely ignoring that you're so adamant about this stuff being toxic. Oh my fucking god. So, them stating their opinion and personal experiences is just them making excuses. Wow, you're really smart, my guy. It doesn't make you transphobic to disagree with the headcanon. Well, in your eyes it does. But when you start getting desperately defensive about it, no guys, I'm not transphobic for not agreeing with this. You guys are just toxic. Then it becomes pretty telling what you really think about said headcanon. Oh, well, pardon me. I didn't know you were a mind reader. The reason why he felt the need to say I'm not transphobic is because people like you would just start accusing him. You can disagree with a trans headcanon and not be transphobic. Hooray! Rational thoughts back. People automatically assume if you disagree, you're transphobic. This person was just saying that they're not transphobic. Honestly, just let people have their opinions without assuming things about them. That's literally the whole problem. Genuinely makes me ashamed to be associated with y'all. And I wholeheartedly agree. OP, are you cis? You people keep asking that like it means anything. The comments literally prove the confessor's point, but go off. Good, someone else who can read. If you didn't have a little bit of transphobia in you, you wouldn't be so mad at a trans headcanon. They're not mad at the trans headcanon itself. Read it again. It's not official, so why would you feel the need to ruin someone's comfort and happiness? Just spare everybody of your presence if you think a different headcanon infringes on your happiness. Imagine being this emotionally weak.
Fuck you.
Yes, it's annoying when you just don't disagree on a ship and people are being aggressive when you just said you didn't like that. That's literally what he fucking said. Read it again. But you said, and they're not trans, which is not just politely disagreeing. No, it's stating a fact. None of the characters are trans. And why would you even be against trans headcanons in the first place? He doesn't have to like them, you idiot. Unless being cis is a very important point in the way the character is built, there's no reason to be so heated up against somebody's headcanon. There's also no reason to get so heated up when someone doesn't agree with a headcanon, but here you are. I feel that I don't care what you feel. Spamming they're not trans or bluntly saying you don't like a trans headcanon in the comments on one is pretty rude. You could say, I disagree, but you're valid, or I personally don't headcanon that, but you're valid, CF, or you could literally just not say anything because it's unnecessary to do that. So, just saying I disagree is considered rude. It must be really hard living in your world. It's not transphobic. Read the other comments, idiot. It's just rude and inconsiderate. No one's forcing you to agree with the headcanon, and no one's forcing you to agree with what he's saying either. Just ignore it or be respectful and polite about it. If you don't respect somebody's headcanon, why the hell should they respect yours or even give you an inch? It goes both ways. Welcome to the Love Life community, where if you currently look at the comments section, you're getting attacked for voicing your opinion. Well, actually, you voice your opinion on anything, and the general public will think it's offensive, and they straight attack you. I mean, that's for any fandom, but I mean, yeah, you're right. Why are you trying to defend disrespecting other people's headcanons? He's not. Read it again. Obviously, you say something like they're not trans, and somebody's trans headcanon, you're going to be called transphobic because that's, in a very obvious way, transphobic.
Your stupidity is truly astounding.
Stating facts is now transphobic. Just leave the internet and delete Insta. You're clearly too emotionally fragile to handle it. If you don't like trans headcanons, you're transphobic. What do you want? I'm having a stroke. What don't you like about a character being trans? Why does he need to tell you? You can not like a trans headcanon and not be transphobic. I hate people throwing around the term like it's no big deal. Honestly, y'all who accuse people of being transphobic at the drop of a hat need to touch some grass. I'd personally say spare everybody of your presence, but baby steps. If you don't like trans headcanons, then shut the fuck up. Is it that hard? And if you don't agree with someone saying they don't like trans headcanons, also shut the fuck up. I never said I didn't like trans headcanons. I used it as an example, which a lot of you are too dumb to understand. Alright, he's sticking to his guns. Good on you, man. But honestly, I can't disagree with him. A lot of these people have the reading capacity of an infant and the attention span of a fruit fly. And that's insulting to fruit flies.
Read, nigga! Read!
OP, why are you so pressed about disproving trans headcanons? That's not what he said. A character being trans doesn't change their character in any other way. Tell that to the fans that think that their characters are ruined if they so much as even think about dating a guy. I agree that nothing major would change about their character, but you still prove that you can't read. Why are you so heated over trans headcanon?
Read, nigga! Read!
Some of these people may be allowed to vote. Or will soon be able to. The community needs to restart because of people like this.
They're not stupid. They're not full of shit. They're fucking nuts!
Oh, George Carlin, you were taken from us too soon, man. Can someone translate for me? It literally couldn't be made any simpler. This guy hit the mark on the fandom. Where did it go wrong? I honestly don't know. After looking at the replies, I realized CF is right. Sorry for my previous comment. Apology not accepted. If I were the confessor, I wouldn't give you the time of day anymore. Rather than actually read and understand what he was saying, you decide to pick every other word and join in on the fucking hate train. Being in the majority does not always mean that you're right.
You can lead the fandom, the door's right here.
Cool, by all means, lead the way. I could go on, but I think you get the point. I think I took the piss out of enough people already. If you try stating your opinion, you immediately become public enemy number 1 in the fandom.
But wait! There's more!
I know I said that I would leave you to it to look at the other posts on Love Live Confess and Love Live Confessions and see just how toxic the commenters are, but I think I'd just give you another teaser of just how bad these people can get. Okay, starting off pretty tame here, this person says that Nozomi is canonically gay and that they were really sad when Idol Story didn't put her on the post they had made on the 1st of June. And when people in the comments of that post just said that, no, Nozomi is not canonically gay, everybody just started attacking them and said cry about it when they were the ones who got their panties in a twist. I'd show you what I mean, but Love Live Confess made it so that you can't see the comments anymore and disabled them. Over facts. And now we move on to everybody's favorite topic, sexualization. If the artist dressed the character in a swimsuit, they would go out of their way to stick the character's chest out and put them in sexual positions, and it makes me uncomfortable. Concede. Most of the characters in Love Life are really innocent and young. Deal with it, partisan. Every fucking idiot on the internet has to bring this up, and you present them with an argument, and then they end up yelling,
They're not just pictures!
and that's where their argument ends. Moving on to somebody's take on straight headcanons. I think it's totally fine if you have LGBT headcanons and it's not a character who's explicitly queer code. That's not a thing. Like Nozomi or Riko, for example, none of them are gay. But Alec, Riko likes Yuri manga. That clearly means that she's gay and likes women. Yeah, she likes Yuri manga, but she also explicitly states that she's in love with the acts being performed, not the characters. Again, it's an example of these kinds of fans not being able to read and not being able to take their shipping goggles off for more than 2 seconds. Also, why do I need to have an LGBT ship? Arbitrary rule is arbitrary. This one got a laugh out of me. I don't really like how people think that Nozomi's birthday is perverted because it's 6'9".
Nice.
I don't know if they did that on purpose, but yeah. Because there are tons of people that are unironically born on 6'9".
Nice.
Because tee-hee, funny number. If you're not joking and you're being serious about that, you actually need help. And for the coup de grace, all the Love Live girls are lesbians except for Nozomi and Mari. This is gonna end well. Seeing those kinds of confessions is so disappointing to me because I genuinely headcanon Nozomi is straight, and now if I were to say that, everyone would think that I'm joking and baiting, and that really sucks. Now, if you're a sane person, you'd probably go, yeah, it is pretty annoying that somebody would just think that it's joking, even if you do genuinely believe that. Now, what do the commenters think? That she's baiting, of course. Well, except for the one person, they're actually sane. And then they get the attention of this close-minded idiot. I wish you were joking because Nozomi said herself that she loves women in a romantic sense. Also, have you ever read the lyrics of Garasu no Hanazono? I'll get to that lyric point in a second. I can have whatever headcanons I want because nothing about any of the girls' sexualities is confirmed, which is true. I mean, yeah, you can have headcanons, but it's kind of WLW erasure to headcanon her as straight because she herself says she likes women, nice spelling, in ways she doesn't like guys. You see, the commenter tells you that they headcanon Nozomi as straight, and they tell you why they headcanon Nozomi as straight, and then you go,
La 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 la, I'm not listening!
So is it okay for the headcanon to exist or not? Also, what's with people saying WLW? Just say lesbian. This brain-dead idiot links something from Yuripedia. Not even the official Love Life wiki. Yuripedia. Your lack of rational thought is actually praiseworthy. It would only be erasure if Nozomi were confirmed to be lesbian. There's a huge difference between she's implied to be lesbian and the writers of the manga anime confirm she's lesbian. Basically, to me, it's weird most people will say she's lesbian because she gropes the other girls. Ladies and gentlemen, the mindset of the rabid shipper. And now the city is starting to make excuses. Oh, it's risky in Japan. That doesn't negate the fact that she's heavily WLW. Stop making up terms. It makes you sound slow in the head.
You just lost your brain privileges.
Her being implied to be gay doesn't make anything canon. Something is canon only if it's explicitly confirmed. Perfectly fine to have headcanons about the characters, but you have to understand that they are by all means not canon. I have a feeling this person and I would get along just fine. And the person responding to the original commenter continues to just talk in circles like she's definitely gay, guys. Stop saying otherwise. I'm not trying to be the my headcanon is fat person. You need to look in the mirror because you are. Where has she been said to be gay? Show me other sources which isn't a fan-translated school idol diary. I can't find anything other than the diary, of course. But the Uripedia, fucking shut up. Because this person is so afraid to actually face the facts, I once again have to do these people's homework for them. This comes from the actual Love Live wiki. In the Love Live School Idol Diary chapter focusing on Nozomi, she reveals she didn't have a crush on a boy due to her love divinations, though she changed her mind after spending a lot of time with her female friends. As per the translation of the School Idol Diary chapter, all I want to say is, honestly, with transfers here and transfers there, I've had my hands full just making a place for myself at each new school I went to, so I never had time for romance. That's why I never had a crush on a boy ever, and the reason love divinations have grown on me lately would be just recently, after spending my time around with girls as thrilling as they are, I started thinking it may not be so bad to fall in love. Her liking girls certainly isn't out of the question, but she also notes that the main reason she never had a crush on a boy is because she was constantly transferring from school after school. Not out of any inherent disinterest in guys as a whole, but because she didn't feel the need to start a relationship if she was just going to move out soon anyway. So this person responding to the commenter literally just picked and chose a few words and just said, oh, Nozomi's gay, without actually reading the whole thing. As for Garasu no Hanazono, or Garden of Glass as it is in English, which is a duet song performed by Ellie and Nozomi, the lyrics actually translate to them being in love with love. And yeah, they do also mention our secret romance, but that's really the only thing that's implying anything between the two. I personally wouldn't even consider this much of confirmation anyway, because songs don't have to be personal either. Of course, that's just what I'm saying. If you personally want to envision Ellie and Nozomi as a lesbian couple, that's perfectly fine. Just don't confuse headcanon with official canon and spread misinformation. The original commenter then says at the bottom, to end this all off, that the sources on Uripedia are stupid, which, yeah, they are, since said evidence on Uripedia isn't really evidence at all, or can easily be interpreted as just things that friends do. I mean, look at this. All this proof is just incredibly stupid. And personally, these people that just shit on people that have harmless headcanons about the characters being straight makes me just want to envision all the Love Live characters as straight just to spite them. In fact, I want nothing to do with confession accounts like these anymore, because the people that follow them are just toxic to the absolute extreme. Obviously, not all of them are terrible people, but just seeing these comments just makes it very, very hard to want to keep updated on them. Obviously, nobody that follows the confession account, nor do the admins on the account themselves, aren't gonna give a shit, but, I mean, no skin off my back. And if anybody who watches this video happens to follow Love Live Confess or Love Live Confessions, don't take this as just the go-ahead to unfollow them. If you still support Love Live Confess and the other confession accounts and you still want to follow them, fantastic. Don't let me change your mind. Personally, though, I am just done with confession accounts like these. I'm still going to support the Love Live series, and I'm definitely not going to stop talking to Love Live fans who aren't toxic. There are plenty of fans that I've spoken to that are all wonderful people, but talking to people that can't accept headcanons, can't understand what is actually canon, get every other word of other confessions, and just say the most stupid things, I have better things to put my time and energy to than just arguing with people like that. Who am I kidding? If I see something moronic, I'm gonna call it out, and I'm gonna try to prove why they're stupid. But this video's gone on for long enough, so I'll just end it here. If you want to support my artwork on Instagram, feel free to do so. But other than that, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video, as always.